Executive Director of the Catholic Crosscultural Services, the lead agency of the Toronto East Quadrant Local Immigration Partnership. And she has tons of experience, if you don't already know, actually 30 years, over 30 years in the trenches. And she has, before CCS, she also worked with in the executive levels at the Allocations and Agency Relations with the United Way Peel Region, and also with the Thorncliffe Neighborhood Office. So she's tons of experience, and at this time I'd like to welcome her to the stage so that we can be welcomed into this event. At this time, Carolyn, please come.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm without a microphone, but I've never really had a problem being heard. So I think I will move on, especially given the direction to keep things moving. Welcome to the 2016 Bridges Collaboration Forum. Thank you to Tropicana for hosting this event today, and to the Toronto East LIP and the other LIPs that have put a lot of time and effort into putting today's agenda together and getting the conference off the ground. This is an annual forum. I think I've been to each and every one of them. This is the annual forum for the organizations involved in the whole LIP process to come together to talk about the collaboration activities they've taken or they've been involved with this year, give them ideas about collaborations and possible actions they can take in the coming year, and to sit in a room of like-minded people who really are trying to organize and coordinate the community's response to the demand for settlement services for newcomers to Canada. This year's conference is on action. The LIP process has been going for 5 years, I think it is. It's moving into 6. And in the early years, we were doing a lot of planning, trying to figure out what the LIP process was about, how all of these different sectors could come together. Thank you. How all these sectors... That was for the microphone, not for me. How all these sectors could come together to best use our community resources to meet the needs of newcomers. And now, certainly we have one of the biggest settlement challenges in front of us. And this is certainly the time to move from the smaller things that we've done to date and the plans that we have made to really put all of that work into action in order to meet the greatest settlement challenge that we have had actually in many, many years, which is the settlement, the welcoming and settlement of the Syrian refugees. In some ways, our ability to respond to the settlement of the Syrian refugees is in fact the culmination of all the work that the LIPs have done to date. I don't think would be as prepared to respond positively to the Syrian refugee influx if we hadn't had all the conversations that have been had in all the LIPs over the last 5 years. Made the connections that people have made, not just sometimes within your sector, but across sectors, with settlement agencies, non-settlement agencies, with faith communities, with municipalities, with a whole lot of actors that maybe you knew were out there, but you hadn't actually connected with or had a phone number to phone or a person to talk to in order to figure out how you can best work together. And so all of that groundwork has really been the groundwork that allows us, I believe, to respond to the settlement process, or to the settlement needs in the way that we are beginning to, and we will. There's been a lot going on. Certainly, I did say to somebody a while ago, I was really happy to see the Syrian refugees begin to arrive, because I was tired of going to meetings and sitting at tables and planning for things to happen, that it was kind of nice to actually put some plans into action. CCS, and I on behalf of CCS have been attending a interagency meeting that the City of Toronto has put together with different funders, with the Red Cross, with the settlement agencies, with a variety of actors who are very instrumental in the community's response to the needs of the Syrian refugees. And it has been quite possibly one of the best meetings I go to every other week, because there are things I learn at that meeting that may be known in the other sectors, but I would otherwise have no way of finding out, what's going on in the health sector, what their plans are. The other thing that certainly the LIPS have been doing and is the information fairs that are going on across the city. I think we've had 2 to date, or 3 to date. Where it's an opportunity for community organizations to meet with the private sponsors who are in fact taking on that very valiant, important, significant piece of work of taking personal responsibility to assist the Syrian refugees to settle into life in Canada. And it is a way certainly for community agencies to make themselves known to those sponsors as they try to grapple with the needs that they're confronted with when they work with or meet with the sponsored families. Let's face it, the general population doesn't even really know that the settlement sector exists, doesn't generally know the kinds of services we can offer. And this is a really important opportunity for the private sponsors, who are the everyday people in our community, to get to know the settlement sector, to realize the really valuable work that we do. And so certainly those information fairs have been really important as a way to connect with the sponsors who will be supporting and guiding many of the Syrian refugees. There's also been a lot of work done on mapping in each of the quadrants, figuring out the who does what, where there is capacity, who can respond, how quickly, the who does what, and how does that complement each other. And so now that the Syrians have begun to arrive, this is the time to use all of that collective commitment to collaboration, all of that experience. Hopefully this will work. Thanks. To use all of the groundwork that we've laid and the foundation for collaboration that we have built in order to begin to act. We have a huge, I won't say, I hate to use the word crisis because people aren't a crisis. The crisis is over. But we have a huge challenge in front of us in order to respond to the needs of so many newcomers in such a short time frame. And however, I am confident that all of the work that the LIPS have done and that we have done in the LIPS and have built on even outside of the LIPS, as you as an agency or organization goes out and does your work, that in fact all of that work is now's the time to step up and really prove that all of that foundational work is going to reap benefits for the community. You really didn't come to listen to me do a lot of chatting today, so I will round up my remarks with, I'm really looking forward to see the actions that come out of today and to hear a lot of the plans that people have and how they're going to turn them into action. So, and also to listen and to hear what people have done to date that I can borrow an idea from. And so I wish you all a really great day today and enjoy your day, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have that action wall filled up and we will have some plans, very concrete plans to move forward. Thank you very much.